Hi, this is Summer with Summer's Tips and Stitches, and this is kind of like a catch-up video. Not catch-up, but catch-up. First, I want to remind you that I do have a giveaway running. I will be choosing the giveaway winner Friday night, the 18th, and posting the video on the 19th. The lucky subscriber whose comment is chosen will get these two Pantones in the colorway Fairy, I believe. Fairy cake. So if you would like to be entered into this giveaway, go back a few videos where these cakes are the thumbnail picture for the video and comment under that video. And basically what I told people if they wanted to is if there's something that you wanted to know about me but that I have not covered in my 10 non-yarny facts or whatnot, go ahead and put a question down there. I'll pull a winner on probably about 8 or 9 o'clock on Friday, January 18th. Okay, so that is a little business there. The other thing that I thought I would say or tell you all or talk about is how I got the name for my YouTube channel. Every once in a while, quite a few actually, folks that mention my channel will say Summer's Tips and Tricks. And I definitely get where that tips and tricks came from. But I thought if I told everybody how the name came about, Summer's Tips and Stitches, maybe it would be kind of like a little reminder. And also a little something about me. So when I first started making this channel, I thought I would do a channel about all kinds of crafty things. And you'll notice if you look at my very first videos, I did one about yarn, but then I also did one about painting on glass, and I did a video about making wire flowers, and I did a DIY craft project where I glued some glass together and made a 3-tier stand, which is right there. So that was originally why I kind of did not give myself a name for my video that had to do with crochet or yarn, because I wanted it, one, to be my name so people could remember, and two, I wanted it to be about, in general, crafty-eyed things. So I chose the name Stitches because I can, well, I thought I could sew. I have a sewing machine, and I knit and crochet, and I've done a little cross stitching. And so I thought stitches are in all of those, each of those kind of crafts have a stitch. So I thought my YouTube channel could be about tips, different tips and ideas that you could have towards crafts and different stitches. But it kind of turned out that initially those very few craft videos in the beginning really got little to no views, and the crochet kind of just started coming from that. I am a person that has been always very addicted to different crafts. Like I said in one of my other videos, when I was a kid we did a lot of crafts growing up. From plastic canvas, friendly plastic. And friendly plastic, it used to be that they sold these little plastic strips. Some of them were this big and some of them were this big. And you would cut them and lay them on top of each other, and then you would melt them in the oven, and you could make brooches, earrings, pieces that you could then connect together for necklaces. So my family, we did a lot of friendly plastic. And then kind of on my own, I did a little tiny crocheting in college, and then painting glass, painting regular on canvas, sewing, beading. I have a very large bead collection. I did a lot of beading, like bracelets, earrings, necklaces, and then also for quite a while I was beading purse charms. Yeah, so I've always done a lot of crafts. I mean, you pretty much name it and I've tried it or have some part of it. So that's how the name Summer's Tips and Stitches was, because this channel was going to be about lots of different crafting things, and it kind of quickly narrowed into yarn, crochet, knit. So next item of business, I got some yarn mail from one of my subscribers. I opened this part right here so I could just pull it out and share. Ooh, that hurt my nail. What I have in here. That was very tightly packaged. I should have this gal help me package my stuff to Gypsy Rose. So, the first thing I got was a nice big ombre. And I want to say I haven't used this one. I did a V-stitch tutorial on a big shawl I made once, and it was with a darker color. This is deep teal. They do not have this at my Walmart. Isn't that beautiful? Very nice. And then here I got some Studio Sample by Nicole. And this is, I believe, acrylic yarn. Doesn't say, but I'm sure it is. It's made in Turkey. Okay. It's a nice brown, a nice dark brown. And then the last one, and I'm very excited about this. Holy cats. I've never used this type of yarn before, and I'm very excited to do it. Unforgettable by Red Heart, and the colorway is Teal Berry. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I want to say Debbie, the Canadian crocheter, just made something using Unforgettable. And I was like, I haven't ever used that yarn. So here we go. Thank you so much. It just said your last name here, but I didn't want to say your last name over the YouTube. But thank you so much for sending me this delicious yarny goodness mail. And there's no card. And pay attention in the next few videos, because I have an idea for this right away as soon as I finish my knitting, which, my dear friends, is coming along quickly. I also wanted to say, before I get into the nitty-gritty, get it? Okay. I do have, so I have that 4,000 subscriber giveaway running, but I just kind of wanted to refresh. I have been getting things in the mail from other subscribers that I've been putting in this bin that will be part of the 5,000 subscriber giveaway. So, I have 2 project bags. This one with these really nice straps and these flat bottoms from Jane from Scraptastic Yarn. And these ones came from Northwoods Bazaar. She has an Etsy shop. She sent these 2 extra. And then quite a while ago, one of my subscribers mailed me 3 sets of these silver bird scissors. They're still in their packaging, so I have some of those. Of course, in addition to yarn, but I just kind of wanted to remind you that I have this little box of goodness here, so that if you are interested, keep watching for the 5,000 subscriber giveaway. I'm hoping to do a really nice giveaway group for that. And so here we are in my Jane Wynn bag. Doesn't that sound awesome? Like a designer bag, not like your Michael Kors, my Jane Wynn project bag. I chose this one for myself out of the 3 because this reminded me of my Grandma Goodwin. This pattern is exactly what she would have chosen. So here is my New Path shawl. I did not end up frogging it. You guys, if you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen that I continued working on it, and it is pretty long. I decided, even though I'm using not the same kind of yarn that she called for, I decided to keep going with the project. I was able to, on Saturday, meet up with some of my knitting buddies, because I used to much regularly before I got a full-time job, would go on to Wednesday night knit group at Starbucks. And then once I started working, I just didn't have the energy. I was getting out of work at 5:30. My husband works nights. He was just going to sleep, and the kids were home, so I kind of just started skipping it, and I was very sad about that. So I met up with them. I actually Facebook messaged them, like, please, can you help me? Because I want to say right about here was where I had dropped a stitch. It was right before the lace. And then I tried to fix it, and then I made it worse. So Sarah and Paulette, my dear buddies, came. They met me at Starbucks. They helped fix the stitch. Then they put in a lifeline for me. Now at that point, so when the last time in a video, I had done just this much. I put that stitch marker in. I hadn't talked about it until I released Saturday morning that video, Knitting Disaster. And that was right about here that I had my knitting disaster. So from last week Monday, I knitted from here to, I do have a weird like little mark right here where my yarn, you can't really see it, where I didn't do the back loop, I did the front loop. So you can see. So I had done that Monday through Saturday. Here's where I had my disaster. And then and it comes out like this. Isn't that nice? So it's kind of shaped like a triangle from here to here, and then from here out. So I've just about reached the finishing point. I just have a little bit more to where this reaches down here if you go off of the V. And what I've decided to do is I put another lifeline in right here. And the purpose of a lifeline in knitting is when you weave it in, basically you take floss or some small string, you put it on a needle, and you go through all of these little loops and you put in a thread all the way across. That way, if you make a mistake, you do not end up having to tear out that much. You can just tear out to where, or frog out where your lifeline is, and then stop, and then put your needles right back in through where that line is. And that way it saves you from having to redo something like lace again. So I put in another lifeline up here, and I then since removed the one down here because I didn't need it anymore, because I've decided to modify this pattern a little bit. Because I still have a significant amount of yarn left, I decided I was just going to keep knitting until I ran out of yarn. So I have a lace section right here, which you can't really see too well until I block it. So I decided to put another section of lace here, another stripe, and then like I said, about the same size of this, I'll follow this lace section wherever I put my pattern one more time, and then I will garter until I run out of yarn. So I'll take a picture when I'm ready to block it so you can see the finished project, but I'm going to tell you it's been knitting very nicely. I've knitted probably, because I work all day, Tuesday, Wednesdays, I don't get as much knitting done. And we had Boy Scouts on Monday night. It was the crossover ceremony, Arrow of Light. That's where the Webelos 2 move into Boy Scouts from Cub Scouts. So I had that going on Monday night. So I've only knitted probably 3 or 4 rows a day. But it's going well, and can I tell you, I'm not bored of it. I'm not tired of it. I am getting a little anxious to finish it because I don't really get much else done while I'm knitting. It, like I said, it does take me a little longer. But I'm enjoying it because I really think I enjoy this yarn. I'm not bothered by it. It's not twisting. It's not fraying. It's not splitting. And so because it's a beautiful color, it's held my interest. Yeah, so that is my project that I'm working on, and I'm really loving it. If I check back here in my planner, I feel like I have been working on it now for 2 weeks. Yeah, for 2 weeks. But I'm having a good time, so I'm not upset about that. Otherwise, that's about all I have for my video. If, again, like I said, for that 4,000 subscriber video, if you have any questions that you would like to, you know, find out, I mean within reason, I might censor some. No, you know, feel free to ask. I'm willing to share. And then, yeah, after I finish this, I have an idea of something I want to make with this right here, this teal ombre. First thing I'm going to do is cake it up, because I can say, I just think these ombres that Red Heart makes, I think they would sell maybe a lot better if they put it in a cake, because I know those swirls of cake yarn to me are so much more appealing than these skeins. I don't know. Am I that fickle? That, you know, just by the way the yarn is wrapped, I'm more apt to choose it, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, that's all I have for today. Make sure you put a comment Now, if you put a comment for the giveaway in this video, I appreciate it, but that will not be the one that gets chosen by the random comment picker. You need to go a couple videos back to where you see the picture of these two yarn. I also will put a link in the description. How about that? That'll be even easier. I'll put a link in the description to this video so that you can put a comment in there, and if you're a subscriber, to win that. And then I will choose that on Friday night. And until then, thanks for watching and subscribing and sharing my videos, and happy crafting. Bye.